Most people are told that taking Social Security early is a huge mistake. But for us, it's the reason why we're able to retire early, to slow travel Southeast Asia, and to just finally start living our life now instead of waiting.
Well, if you're new here, like we are, we're Tyke and Tina, and this channel is about retiring intentionally, not waiting for permission to retire.
Yeah.
So in our last video, we talked about the why. We shared why we retired. Today, we want to share with you how we did it and that final decision that made it possible, in hopes that it'll help you and inspire you or someone you know to do what you've always wanted to do.
Yeah, to not wait. So we had traditional careers. Tyke was in sales and managing people. And at his final job, he was managing an entire store at our local town. And I was doing nursing. And so I had a nice nursing work from home job in the insurance industry. And so we were doing all of the right things. We had good paying jobs, we had security, we had all that stuff. But we were just, it was just waiting for that perfect number, the $1 million in your investment accounts, waiting for that perfect age, 65, 67, 72, whatever it is. If you're from the US like us, most people know that, the retirement age keeps going up. And so to get your full retirement, right now for us, it's 67 years old. But you can always wait and get it at 72 to take your Social Security, and then it's higher. But honestly, that waiting for that perfect moment was exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And part of it was when Tyke was 63, he went to his job where he was the manager of the store. He went to work one day and his boss was there and he got fired. And, he was the manager of the store, so he made a decision to do what was right for the customer. And that decision required Tyke and the store giving the customer back a lot of money. And the manager did not like that because that cost the company money, even though it was the right thing to do for the customer, which was a local farmer. Tyke worked for a tractor store. So we all know that we need to take care of our farmers. And when you just do the right thing, sometimes it's not the popular thing. So that caused Tyke to get laid off, fired from his job at 63 years old. And then he tried to find another job, but when you have a little bit of gray in your hair and some age behind you, you would think that experience would be something that people would want, but they didn't. So he had a hard time finding something, and finally we just decided that he was just going to go ahead and retire at 63 and start taking his Social Security benefit, which was a reduced amount because 67 is his full retirement age. So we decided, and we got tired of waiting for that perfect time. So that's how we made this decision, and Tyke's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, and there's the key, right? Our decision point and your decision point might differ, mm-hmm. but it's the same for everybody. There's a point in there where you go, man, it's time for me to go, or I can go,
yeah.
Or I really want to go, what do I need to do? The biggest shift for us is I started seriously looking at taking my Social Security. Mm-hmm. So let's expand on that a little bit. Everyone says, wait until your full retirement age, which for me would have been 67. Some of you it might be sooner than that, if depending on the type of work you do. I know I have relatives that worked for the state, and the state they put in their pension. Yeah, they put in their 20 or their 30, and they're done.
Yeah.
Oddly, they all kind of went back to work in the same job as a private contractor, so they haven't stopped working yet. And honestly, I watched the obituaries, and and 63, I didn't want to wait that long to go to 67. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. And real life, and you know this if you've been around the workforce for a while, real life isn't a one size fits all. What works for us may not work for you exactly,
Right.
but at least it gives you the guardrails. It kind of gives you the direction of what you can do,
Right.
what's available for you and to you. And that's what our goal is, to help people. We found a lot of people that helped us make this decision and gave us examples and real life experiences that they were doing. And you know, it has a lot to do with health and stress and burnout and time and purpose. All those things matter. But we realized that, you know, the one thing that we can't make more of is time. And we were just trading time now that we are using to get
healthy.
While we're healthy, and together for a slightly bigger check later.
It just wasn't worth it.
Yeah. And the unknown of how our health will be in a few years, which none of us can completely guarantee. I mean, you can do things to ensure that you're doing the best thing to stay healthy, but nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed. That's right. And that's why Tyke taking his Social Security at 63 made sense for us. His Social Security payment is around $2,700, a little bit more, like $2,750 a month, which is a lot for some people and not a lot for other people. So we're not trying to compare, and we're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. We're just telling you this is what works
This is our
for
real
us.
number.
And this Social Security, that $2,750 a month, is just, it's a bridge. It's not our entire retirement plan. We also have been able to sell a few homes and gradually make a little bit of money on those homes and put it into the next home. So our final home we sold, we ended up making some money, and we put it into along with our 401ks, and we opened our own investment account. So we had under $500,000, not $1 million by any means. And it was, I'm just gonna say a couple $100,000, because it wasn't even $500,000. So that's what we have to help us. The $2,700 a month for Tyke's Social Security helps to cover our core expenses. And it helps to reduce that pressure and that risk of me quitting my job and not having any income coming in. And it allowed us to be flexible in our plans. So we're not here to give you, this is not financial advice.
We're not financial advisors.
We're not advisors. This is just our
We could point you to some, but we're not.
Our story, and we just hope to inspire you and give other people out there the courage to start just thinking about different ways instead of just that same old road. I've got to work my normal job and I've got to do this. I mean, there are people that have millions of dollars, they own businesses, whatever, they have all this stuff. Those really aren't the people we're talking to right now. We're talking to normal people like us. And not that they're not normal. I mean, that is the American dream, right? To start a company, hire people, help the economy. That's not how we did it. We did it the other way, where you just work for someone else, you make a good salary, you try to put a little bit of money away. But when we're living in the United States, that salary is almost 100% eaten up by expenses. So that's what unlocked our next step on this journey.
Yeah, and that's where, you know, for us, what we're doing is we're doing several things. So we do slow travel, meaning that we literally go somewhere and live there for weeks and sometimes months at a time. For example, we've spent 6 months in Asia in 2025. Live in hotels using points and loyalty programs. Go to lower cost countries, which is Geo Arbitrage. In other words, you're earning your money somewhere
in the US
and going somewhere to live that's a lower cost of living.
Yeah. So our $2,700 that Tyke gets in the US as his Social Security goes a lot farther in Southeast Asia, in countries like Vietnam,
Thailand,
Malaysia.
Yeah.
It goes a lot farther. So we can live very comfortably, even better than we live in the United States, on a fraction of the cost.
On a fraction, yeah.
Most months we were paying around $8,000 a month to live in the U.S., and we can do that at a better living
exchange
comfort
rate
in Southeast Asia for $2,700
and
or a little bit
less, more. Or less even.
Sometimes less, yeah.
I mean, and that translates into some things: less stress, more peace,
Yeah.
faith, gratitude, and community. We traded a bigger check now for a bigger life now.
Yes. We love slow travel. We love living in Southeast Asia. We love traveling around Southeast Asia. It's so fun to meet new people and see new cultures, and it's really fun to live a better life on less money. And it just calms everything down. There's not that stress. So, we talked about there's the millionaires out there that can do basically whatever they want. And then there's people like us who don't have $1 million. So we're trying to just make it work. The people
And
that
it's working.
the people that this video is for are people like us. If you're getting close to that 55 to 65 range, maybe you're a little younger. We hope that we can reach some younger people so you can start doing this before you're 55 to 65. But that's kind of our age range, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. And we're looking for people that are burnout, working that regular 40 plus hour a week job, working for somebody else. We're looking for people that keep saying, I'm almost there. I'm so close to retirement. But maybe you're just afraid of making the wrong move because it is scary. So that's what we are here for, is to try and give you an example.
Try to help you.
If you've ever felt stuck between waiting and just living, and you're ready to act and not be acted upon, then this channel is definitely for you.
And the best part is it's pretty much free. We don't charge for our advice and our experiences. And we love to just share it.
Yeah.
And we feel like we've been so, blessed that we should give back what we got some advice from more than one person, but one particular individual, extremely successful. He said that he gives everything away. He said, the way that I have been successful is to just give all of my
give back.
experiences and all of my opportunities to everybody else that I can, to just help them. So that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, it's really rewarding when we get comments from friends and viewers that say, thank you so much for all of your encouragement. Thank you for helping me retire early. Thank you for helping me even think that I could retire early, because we're stuck in this mindset. So that just fills our hearts and our buckets with gratitude. So like we said, we're not here to tell anyone what to do. We're here just to show you that it's possible, because we're doing it. And we're not the only ones doing it. There's lots of people doing it.
There's a lot of people, more than you might ever think, more than I could have thought.
Yeah.
And, that's the key, is that by our example, and hopefully by your interaction, if you have questions, concerns, and the sky's the limit. I mean, we have some other things that we do to generate income. They're really simple, real easy to do. Lots of people can do it. We have advice on how to do a lot of things to make a little extra money here and there, and keep you busy as well. Any questions you have, throw them in the comments. Send us a message. We'd love to interact with you. I'm old, and I know it sounds silly, but I have a lot of resources and a lot of advice that might help you, and maybe help you take that next step that you want for your life. So we're just here to help.
If you've ever wondered whether retirement really has to wait until you're 67 or older, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Tyke and Tina Adventures, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when we have a new video coming out. And we're just glad you're here, and we hope that this gives you the courage to think about some new things and try some new adventures.
You can do it.